Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
Good morning. Welcome to Companies to Watch. I'm Emaad Akhtar and I'm joined by the ever handsome Daniel Koh.
Handsome speaks all over your look today, Emaad.
I just called you Daniel. Have you ever been called Daniel before?
All the time.
Really?
I don't understand why. I mean, my name is short as it is, right?
Okay,
But
all right.
Yeah, it's actually just Dan. But yes, why are you looking so dashing today, Emaad?
I'm looking dashing because of you. I knew I was going to speak to you.
Making me shy, yeah. Welcome to Companies to Watch. This is a segment where we try to answer the question, is it hot
or not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. 88550893. Text us and tell us, what do you think what the stock might be? Is it hot or not? And we're focusing on a global leader in mobile processors that's making bold moves in automotive, AI, and data center technologies. Any guesses, Emaad?
It's not Broadcom.
No.
So it's got to be Qualcomm.
Very good, Emaad. Yes, that is the company returning to Qualcomm. It's been long synonymous with mobile, and its Snapdragon chips powers a significant portion of Android smartphones and other mobile devices, and its licensing model delivers recurring high-margin cash flow. In fact, these platforms provide integrated solutions for processors, connectivity, including the 5G network that we're so used to, artificial intelligence, graphics, and security. Now, Qualcomm's technology enables key features like on-device AI. I'm not sure if you've used any of that before, have you?
No,
Okay. High-performance gaming? Do you game?
I don't game much.
Used to?
I used to, yeah.
Okay, then perhaps you might have used Qualcomm's products before.
Yep.
Advanced camera functionalities.
Yep.
You seem a little bit like a photographer yourself. And robust mobile security. That positions it as a leader in driving innovation within the smartphone market. But today it seems like it's accelerating beyond that core into automotive, AI, and high-speed data infrastructure. Now, I know you drive a car, Emaad. What do you feel about driverless vehicles?
Oh, I'm still on the fence about that.
Have you sat in one before? Have you tried?
I have not. I'm honestly a little bit scared too.
I've tried one before.
Okay.
I must say, I won't disclose the brand, but it's not the most accurate of driverless function that it has. But it's scary as it is. But I think, as AI progresses over time and as they continue to harness this new innovation, perhaps it might build some confidence in users like us.
You're going to have to sell me on what Qualcomm is doing here because
Yeah.
I would have to be paid a lot of money to sit in a driverless car.
And that's a fair point that you raise. But just recently, Qualcomm and German auto giant BMW announced an automated driving system that's built on the former's semiconductors. It's called the Snapdragon Ride Pilot Automated Driving System.
Wow.
Enough to
that
give you
sounds
confidence?
convincing. Yeah.
Okay. And it is a type of driver assist feature. So not completely driverless. It allows for hands-free driving on certain roads or even lane changing, but not for the car to be fully driverless. So I think this is Qualcomm taking baby steps into driverless functions.
Yeah, it looks like they're raising their portfolio in the auto industry because more car companies are turning to advanced processors and chips to power some of the high-tech features.
Yeah, and we've seen how driverless features hasn't exactly been working well for the giants like Tesla as well. They've been struggling with that of late. So I think, having to take these baby steps and just maybe go from bit of driverless functions to eventual 100% driverless functions, that might actually help them in the long run.
Yes.
So the system will debut on the new BMW iX3, which looks quite amazing if you ask me.
It looks pretty slick, man.
Yeah, and the companies did say that it will be available across 100 countries by next year.
That is quick.
Yeah, so while the system has been developed with BMW, Cristiano Amon, the CEO of Qualcomm, he did say in an interview that the technology has been designed to license to other automakers as well. And that's important because they don't want to be isolated to a single brand.
Yep.
So as mentioned earlier, Qualcomm's biggest revenue driver is chips that power smartphones from players including Samsung and Xiaomi. And their latest effort to diversify into areas such as PC chips, data centers, semiconductors, and automotive is likely to pan out well for them.
I like this though because they've been facing a bit of tough competition from Intel. I think I was reading about in the AI PC market.
Yep.
And on the premium smartphone front, they're facing some competition from Samsung. So getting into the automaker industry is potentially a smart move.
Of course, it's essential. After all,
Yeah.
we see a lot of these companies that he once collaborated with start to take on a more vertical integration approach.
Yep.
And that might also, eventually just put them out of relevance
Yep.
should they choose to do so. So earlier this year, we were also seeing Qualcomm agreeing to acquire UK chip designer Alpha Wave for $2.4 billion, enhancing its IP portfolio for data center and high-speed connectivity applications. So the deal is expected to close next year, and it did lift up the stock modestly on the news. And it seems like investors seem to be quite happy with their latest acquisition efforts.
Yep.
So it does also appear that, the CEO's latest venture into auto business is paying off, because it apparently brought in nearly $1 billion in the June quarter and grew 21% year over year.
Pretty good financials.
Exactly. So, yes. And since, the Qualcomm is pegging its automotive chip revenue at $8 billion by 2029, it is certainly making some huge steps into it and moving into designing technology for various parts of a car. Its chips apparently can power in-car entertainment system, for example. And on Monday, recently announced a partnership with Google Cloud
Yes.
that allows automakers to create their own digital assistants.
Yes, AI agents. I saw that. What I like about this move is that Qualcomm is looking at its new driver assist features not as a convenience feature alone, but
Yeah.
also to help improve safety. So they're saying that they want the advanced driver assist systems and automated driving to be as prevalent or as important as seatbelts.
Yeah, ultimately, I think the key factor here when it comes to in-car entertainment or integration is safety, and that's top of mind for most car makers and automakers. So yes, we'll see how this pans out for them, but if we take a quick look at how they've performed in the recent quarter, Qualcomm delivered $10.4 billion in revenue, a 10% year-on-year increase. Growth was rather broad-based. Handset chip sales performed relatively well. Automotive, like I've mentioned earlier, grew 21%. IoT, Internet of Things, climbed 24%. And it seems like the company is riding the wave of AI-enabled demand across devices quite nicely.
Yep.
So, yes, I mean, there's some headwinds to consider, though, if we are talking about Qualcomm, and it's the heavy reliance on licensing and a few key clients, including Apple, and that introduces quite a bit of concentration risk.
It does.
Competition is intensifying, like you've mentioned. Rivals like NVIDIA, MediaTek, and self-developed chips from OEMs like Apple, that might pose as a challenge to them. And regulatory and geopolitical risks, as with most industries, that still remains.
Well, good news for Qualcomm is that investors weren't too impressed with Apple's latest launch.
Were you impressed?
Not
so much,
It's
huh?
hard to be impressed every single year, right?
It is tough, yeah.
I feel like maybe they should delay the new launches or increase
Every
the frequency
2
to
years?
every 2 years. Yeah, exactly.
And that would make it more of a novelty, I guess.
Right.
You know?
But good news for Qualcomm.
It is certainly good news for them. So in summary, Qualcomm is certainly transforming from a smartphone chip maker to a diversified tech powerhouse embedded in automotive, AI, IoT, and data center infrastructure. And it does show that in their recent third quarter results, they've been able to reflect tangible growth at strategic deals like Alpha Wave to bolster its future. And today, at least for most analysts, it seems like its stock looks compellingly valued. Having said that, my verdict for Qualcomm has to be a hot. What say you?
I would say hot as well. They're trying to stand out from the pack. They're diversifying the revenue streams. Hot. For sure.
As hot as you are today, Emaad. And according to Tip Ranks, Yahoo and Barron's, as of the 11th of September, we've got all three giving it a consensus rating of a buy. What do you think? 8855-0893. Text us and tell us whether you think it is a hot or not for you. And that pretty much wraps it up for our analysis of today's Stock in Focus, Qualcomm. Now, Emaad, Qualcomm's first product was Omnitrax. You know what's that?
No, but it rings a bell.
Do you know what it's made for? Or who is it made for?
No.
I'll give you a clue. It's something to do with vehicles.
Which automaker?
Not really. It's just created for communication issues of the U.S. transportation industry,
Gotcha.
specifically within the trucking business.
I'm not a trucker, so
Okay. So,
glad I wasn't embarrassed there.
why should you not ingest automobile fuel?
Why?
It makes you gassy.
Oh, it's a good one.
What do you call a luxury automobile with a built-in artificial intelligence?
I have no idea.
A Lexus.
Oh, I like it. Why did the semiconductor refuse to go on a date with the battery?
Because they don't charge well.
Not bad, not bad. Because it knew it would be a negative experience.
Oh, that's a good one. And that's all we have for Qualcomm.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.